I spent the past 2 months attempting to recreate the smell of rain. But why, Lincoln, you ask? You see, about 76-ish days ago, I decided that I hate winter. And all 76 of those nights, I would lie in bed, unable to fall asleep, because I could just feel the winterness. But then, one night, I realized what easier and less expensive way to make it feel like spring breeding season than to recreate Earth's most complex aroma. Rain. Let's do it. First began the research, and turns out I'm not the first person that thought of this. I guess this has been a thing for 5,000 years? So how did these ancient dinosaurs do it? By creating something called miti attar. This involves a centuries-old process of distilling clay and apparently requires specific materials and bacteria in the soil of Connaught, India to recreate it perfectly. Well, because I didn't feel like going to Connaught, India, I had to find an alternate way, an epic way, a Walter White-esque way. Cooking Perfumery, aka the art or process of making said perfume. If I could just mix together the right raw materials and oils, I could recreate the smell of rain and finally get a good night's sleep. So I bought this fancy-pantsy scale, a lot of plastic pipettes. I'm sorry, baby turtles, it's for a good cause. 190 proof alcohol, meaning 95% ethanol, 5% water, bottles and a beaker. Then, of course, our raw materials and oils. I won't discuss each one and why I picked it because that would take forever. However, here's a full-length video right here if you want to know. But there is one big boy material, the main scent in rain. It's called Geosmin. Think of fresh soil. Inside is bacteria that breaks down plant material and converts farnesyl diphosphate into geosmin. When rainwater hits this soil, the smell of geosmin becomes most potent. Most people associate the smell of rain with wet soil, so I decided that geosmin was going to be the main concentration in my accord. So I began my tests, mixing several of these different oils at different concentrations into alcohol and testing the scents over and over and over and over and over. And turns out this perfumery thing is no easy task.
Okay, I was up till like 5 a.m. last night. I just woke up, but I spilled oak moss on my desk and it emitted into the air, and because it's such a high concentrate right now that I spilled, it made my eyes, you can't really tell, it's not as bad as anymore, but when I woke up it felt like someone peed in my eyes. Like it was. I keep forgetting to label any of my blends, so I don't know which one's which. Oh my gosh. And I'm running out of pipettes somehow. I have no clue how. I bought 200.
I had made 17 different trials and had yet to find one that I liked. I would add just a little extra oak moss or decrease the geosmin and the whole batch would be ruined. I also faced the challenge where I kept experiencing olfactory fatigue. I had to look that word up, by the way. Basically, my nose just kept getting tired of the smell and getting used to it, so I wouldn't be able to smell any of my batches, and I really wouldn't know if the trial was good or not. And I kept getting really frustrated because I kept accidentally ruining batches. However, after a brisk, cold, dark, hopeless, icy, snowy, more hopelessness, more ice, I had a surprisingly simple idea for my final trial, number 18. We all remember the good old story or parable, whatever, of the tortoise and the hare. Now, what was the moral of that story? Well, less is more. So my game plan is simply to lower the amount of other materials that are in the freaking accord. And thus, doing so will inoculate the less is more plan. And boy, was I sort of a little bit, not entirely, but a tiny bit right. All right, the final test. Yeah. That was the move. That's why I always follow the tortoise and the bunny. That's really good. The floral zone still may be a little too much. Actually, no. I think that's perfect. I'm going to leave it there, let it marinate for a few days, and then I will come back with my final decision. It's been a few days since I made the final accord, and I think this smells, again, more like earth after it rains rather than saying the rain. I'm honestly really proud of what I made, though. It smells really good for what it is. Again, it's not a perfume, though. I wouldn't suggest just wearing this. It's not built to last long, anything like that. And if you're interested in buying this and letting me know what you think, I will probably put it up on a website down below in the description, or you can just DM me on Instagram if you know me personally. And again, no guarantees you'll like it. Keep in mind, it really does does smell like wet dirt. It's not a perfume. You can try it and let me know what you think. But it's not over yet, Lincoln. There's still one more thing to do. Finally, I can get a good night's sleep.
Kinda smells awful.